Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to focus on international trade, and we are very honored to have Dr. Bram Klaasen here with us.
Thank you very much. Good morning. If we talk about international trade, it's quite a very interesting area of the law, and I think I will also start with a scenario. If you look at international trade, we've got a company in South Africa. They want to buy products where the supplier of the products is in Britain. Company A in South Africa has got a bank guarantee from a bank in Germany that guarantees company A in South Africa can pay this money. Furthermore, we have the company transporting the goods to South Africa that's based in the Bahamas. So ask yourself, doing all that contracts. Then there's, of course, also still the area of law when the goods arrive in South Africa, the custom and excise law. So the goods must be classified and there's tariffs that must be paid. Furthermore, the transport contracts with the shipping company. If you look at the areas of jurisdiction, in the scenario that I've just mentioned, you will see there's a couple of countries involved. So if there's any legal dispute, in which country will this dispute be heard? Then furthermore, there's the insurance law. Where will you insure for this? So it's actually very complex legal problems that can come from this area of the law. If we look at the module itself, there's, of course, firstly, the mini dissertation in a relevant topic of international law. And I would please advise anybody, any prospective students who want to study this, to already start thinking about what topic you want to use for your mini dissertation. Then there's, of course, international law of contracts that we do, international transport law, the customs and excise law, and international instruments of payment and guarantee. If we look at the assessment for the modules, international law of contracts, the lecturer there is Prof. Sig Iceland. You will do 2 assignments throughout the semester, and the exam is a 5-day takeaway home exam that you have to complete. For international law of transport, we've got 2 lecturers. We've got Professor Leonie Stander and Mrs. Michelle Skuman. There's also 2 assignments through the semester and the 72-hour takeaway home exam. For customs and excise law, we've got Professor Altus Joubert, also Senior Advocate Joubert. And the assessment here is a multiple choice questionnaire that you have to complete, and then an oral examination with the lecturer and 2 other people present. For international instruments of payment and guarantees, we've got Professor Charles Hugo, and the assessment there is 2 assessments throughout the semester. And then sometimes you will get a sit-down exam, usually 4 or 5 hour sit-down exam, or it can be also a 5-day takeaway home exam. Just some admin with regards to the studies. We usually hold compulsory attendance for classes. It will usually also be on Fridays and Saturdays, and it's compulsory for you to attend. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what will happen next year. As you can understand, with the COVID situation, we're not certain yet. This year, currently, we are working on electronic Zoom sessions for the students. Just further with assessment, you will need 50% in each of the assignments to qualify for the exams. And then also for the exam, you will need the 50% mark to pass the exam. Just something further on the mini dissertation. We usually try to help people to write in the area that they want to write in, but we also have only a limited amount of lecturers available in this specific area. So like I said, if you are a prospective student, please contact me early with your idea for your mini dissertation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Claassen. It's another fascinating field, and specifically so in international trade. I was wondering, to what extent would the student need a commerce background? For instance, you've been talking about distribution. I'm sure there's studies and logistics and getting all the trade happening from a commerce point of view. To what extent do you need prior knowledge in commerce?
Prior knowledge would definitely help, but it's not essential. Most of our students come from a law background, and they don't have that much background in commerce. So we take that into consideration. Most lecturers in that specific topic that they are teaching will start with the basic. The first class usually is a bit longer, and they start from the basics and take the students through the whole process. If I can just mention, there's another question I usually get: what can I do with this degree? What job can I do afterwards? Well, firstly, it is a law degree, so of course you can work as an attorney, also as an advocate. One very nice thing that we have in this module is we've got people who's in practice who's teaching it. So it's very interesting if you do the court case, and it's a constitutional court case, then the person presenting your class will be one of the parties who appeared in the constitutional court, one of the advocates. So firstly, it's very good for a legal background, for a degree. Then also in commerce, if you want to go into business, it can help you. We also have a lot of students from state departments taking this degree.
Dr. Claassen, as I listen to you, you've mentioned a few of the different assessments, especially the different forms the assessment takes on. You've mentioned take-away assignments, multiple choice, sit-down examinations, and so on. I'd like to expand a little bit more on this, because we are in a situation where the mode of delivery is very fluent at this stage. We don't know with the COVID regulations and if we're going to continue with the online thing next year. Please expand a little bit more on mode of delivery, but specifically then also the different kinds of assessments that you have within this qualification.
Well, I think I mentioned the mode of delivery is not fixed yet for next year, but we will keep students up to date on how we will deliver the different subjects. Usually it is contact. So we ask students to come into the university and to attend to the classes. The assessments may vary. We give lecturers each year some leeway on how they want to assess the students, but it will be communicated at the beginning of the year to all prospective students on how it will be done. We hope that by next year we can do full contact classes and, if necessary, full assessments, but we are geared for online teaching and online assessment.
Thank you, Dr. Claassen. It feels as if we'll always have Zoom with us into the future, but thank you for the clarification, and let's see what the future holds. The best is to perhaps contact us at the beginning of the year when you apply, and we'll be able to forward you with the information that we have available at that point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Bram Claassen on international trade.